Lesson 1: Resolving Disputes.
Hey Anna, I wanted to talk to you about something important.
Of course, John. What's on your mind?
Well, I think we should formally agree on how to resolve any disputes that come up between us.
Absolutely. That's a really good idea. What did you have in mind?
I think it would be best if we stated up front that any disputes will be resolved through mediation.
That sounds very reasonable. Mediation is a fair and constructive way to work through conflicts.
Exactly. That way we can address issues calmly and find mutually agreeable solutions.
I agree completely. Outlining a dispute resolution process is smart for our partnership.
Wonderful. I'm glad we're on the same page about this. It will really help us moving forward.
Lesson 2: Early European Settlements.
Hey Anna, do you know much about the early European settlements in North America?
I have a basic understanding of that history. The first settlements began around 1600, right?
That's correct. It was a long time before the Europeans really started settling the interior.
Right, the initial settlements were mostly along the coasts, weren't they?
Exactly. The interior of the continent wasn't explored and settled until much later.
I see. What were some of the key early settlements that the Europeans established?
Well, Jamestown in Virginia was one of the earliest permanent English settlements, founded in 1607.
And I believe the Pilgrims established the Plymouth colony in Massachusetts in 1620 as well.
Yes, that's another iconic early settlement. The Puritans also founded Massachusetts Bay Colony.
Lesson 3: A Printing Predicament.
Hey Anna, I need to print some important documents. Do you know where the nearest print shop is?
Oh, let me think. I believe there's a print shop just a few blocks down the street. It's quite convenient.
Great, that's exactly what I need. Do they have any special services or fees I should be aware of?
From what I know, they offer standard printing, as well as options like color printing and binding. The rates are reasonable, but it's best to check with them first.
Okay, good to know. I'll head over there right away. Wouldn't want to risk being late with these documents.
Smart move. Let me know if you need any help or have trouble finding the place.
Will do, thanks Anna. I appreciate you looking out for me.
Of course, that's what friends are for. Good luck with your printing.
Thanks, I'll be sure to let you know how it goes.
Lesson 4: A Cozy Kitchenette.
Hey Anna, did you see the apartment listing with the equipped kitchenette? It sounds quite convenient.
Yes, I did. That's exactly what we need for our new place. A kitchenette would be so helpful.
Absolutely. Having all the essentials right there will make cooking and meal prep a breeze.
Definitely. Plus, it'll save us a lot of space compared to a full-sized kitchen.
Absolutely. And the fact that it's equipped means we won't have to worry about buying all the basic appliances and cookware.
Exactly. That's going to be a huge time and money saver for us.
Definitely. I'm really excited about that kitchenette. It's going to make our new place feel so cozy and practical.
Me too. I can already imagine us whipping up some delicious meals in there.
Same here. This apartment is shaping up to be perfect for us.
Lesson 5, Exploring Seaside.
Hey Anna, I heard about this beautiful coastal town called Seaside. Have you ever been there?
No, I haven't, but I've heard it's incredible. What have you heard about it?
Well, apparently it's known for its stunning beaches, charming shops, and amazing seafood restaurants.
Wow, that sounds like my kind of place. I'd love to visit and soak up the coastal vibes.
Same here. I'm thinking we should plan a little weekend getaway there soon.
That's a great idea. It would be the perfect relaxing trip.
Definitely. And I bet the views of the ocean will be breathtaking.
Absolutely. I can already picture us strolling along the boardwalk and watching the sunset.
Same here. I'm really looking forward to exploring Seaside with you.
Lesson 6, Researching the company.
Hey Anna, I've got an interview coming up at that company you mentioned. Have you done any research on them?
Yes, I have. I've looked into their mission, values, and recent news about the company.
Great, that's really helpful. What can you tell me about their company culture and the kind of employees they tend to hire?
Well, from what I've read, they seem to really value innovation, collaboration, and a strong work-life balance.
That's good to know. I want to make sure my values and work style align with theirs.
Absolutely. And they seem to hire a lot of creative thinkers who are passionate about their work.
Excellent, that sounds right up my alley. I'll make sure to highlight my relevant skills and experience.
I'm sure you'll do great. Just be yourself and let your enthusiasm shine through.
Thanks. I really appreciate you taking the time to research the company beforehand.
Lesson 7, Finding the Right Fit.
Hey Anna, I wanted to get your thoughts on this job opportunity I'm considering.
Sure, what's on your mind? Is there something specific you're wondering about?
Well, the role seems like a good fit for my skills and experience, but I'm not sure if the company culture is the right match.
I see. What are your main concerns about the company culture?
I'm just not sure if their values and work style align with what I'm looking for. It's important to me that I find a good fit.
That's understandable. It's always important to make sure the company and role are the right fit.
Exactly. I don't want to end up in a situation where I'm constantly feeling like I'm trying to fit a square peg in a round hole.
Absolutely. Have you had a chance to really get a feel for the company culture during the interview process?
I've tried, but it's been a bit hard to get a clear picture. Maybe I should try to talk to some current employees.
Lesson 8: Negotiating Matters.
Hey Anna, I wanted to discuss that matter we were negotiating earlier. What are your thoughts on the liability concerns?
Morning, John. I've been thinking about that, and I believe we can find a compromise that works for both of us. What are your main concerns regarding the liability?
Well, I'm worried about the potential risks involved. I want to make sure we have a clear understanding of who is responsible for what.
I understand your concerns. Perhaps we can review the contract details and see if we can adjust some of the liability clauses to address your worries.
That sounds reasonable. I'm open to negotiations on this matter. What are your suggestions?
Okay, let's take a closer look at the contract and see where we can find common ground. I'm confident we can come to an agreement that satisfies both our needs.
Great, I appreciate your willingness to work with me on this. Let's dive into the details and see what we can figure out.
Absolutely. I'm sure we can find a solution that works for everyone. Shall we go through the contract line by line?
Yes, let's do that. I'm ready to discuss and negotiate this further.
Lesson 9: Offering Suggestions.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking about that project we discussed earlier. Do you have any more suggestions on how we can motivate the team?
Hello, John. I've got a few ideas I'd like to share. What if we organized a team building activity to boost morale?
That's a great idea. What kind of activity did you have in mind?
Well, we could do a fun scavenger hunt or a friendly competition. That might help the team feel more energized and engaged.
I like the sound of that. And if that goes well, we could also consider offering some kind of reward or recognition program.
Absolutely. Positive reinforcement can be a powerful motivator. We could look into setting up a system where the team earns points or small prizes for hitting their goals.
Excellent, I think that's a wonderful idea. Let me know if you need any help putting that together.
No problem, I'll be happy to take the lead on that. Just let me know if you have any other suggestions.
Sounds good. I'm confident this will help get the team motivated and excited about the project.
Lesson 10: Discussing Membership Benefits.
Morning. I've been looking into that membership program you mentioned. Do you think it's worth joining?
Hey John, I do think it's a pretty good deal. You can earn points and redeem them for some nice rewards.
That's interesting. What kind of rewards are we talking about?
Well, they have things like gift cards, merchandise, and even travel packages. The more you participate, the more points you can accumulate.
Okay, that sounds enticing. Are there any other benefits to being a member?
Yes, members also get exclusive discounts and early access to certain events or products. It's a pretty comprehensive program.
Wow, that's impressive. I'm starting to see the value in joining. What do you think? Is it worth the membership fee?
In my opinion, yes, the benefits outweigh the cost. But of course, it depends on how much you think you'd actually use the program.
Fair point. I'll have to weigh the pros and cons a bit more. Thanks for the helpful information.
Lesson 11, Addressing Work Expectations.
Hey Anna, I need to talk to you about something. My boss has been expecting me to work late more often lately.
I see. That must be frustrating. Have you had a chance to communicate with your boss about this?
Not really, I've been hesitant to bring it up. I don't want to seem like I'm complaining or not being a team player.
I understand your concern, but it's important to have an open dialogue with your boss about their expectations. Have you considered proposing a solution?
Not yet, but that's a good idea. What kind of solution do you think would work best?
Well, you could suggest a flexible schedule where you work from home occasionally or come in earlier instead of staying late.
That's an interesting idea. I'll have to think about that. Do you think my boss would be receptive to that?
It's worth a try. Framing it as a way to maintain productivity and work-life balance may help your boss see the benefits.
Okay, I'll give that a shot. Thanks for the advice. I appreciate you taking the time to listen and provide suggestions.
Lesson 12, Discussing Beloved Characters.
Hey Anna, I was reading the newspaper and came across an article about the Peanuts gang. Do you have any favorite characters from that series?
Oh, I love the Peanuts characters. I've always been a big fan of Charlie Brown. There's just something so endearing about his eternal optimism and resilience.
I agree, Charlie Brown is a really likable character. What do you think are some of the qualities that have made the Peanuts characters so iconic?
Well, I think a big part of it is their relatable struggles and personalities. Linus and his security blanket, Lucy and her bossiness, Snoopy's vivid imagination, they all capture universal human experiences.
That's a great point. And the way Charles Schultz was able to blend humor and poignancy in the Peanuts strips was really masterful.
Absolutely. He had a remarkable talent for finding the comedy and pathos in everyday life. The characters feel so genuine and timeless.
I couldn't agree more. Do you have a particular Peanuts storyline or moment that stands out to you as a favorite?
That's a tough choice, but I've always loved the sequence where Charlie Brown tries to kick the football, only to have Lucy pull it away at the last second. It's such a perfectly executed bit of comedic timing.
Oh, yes, that's a classic. It really encapsulates Charlie Brown's eternal struggle and Lucy's mischievous nature.
Lesson 13, A Comfy Conversation.
Hey Anna, I'm trying to make my guest room more comfortable. Do you think I should get some extra pillows?
Definitely, John. Having plenty of pillows is key for a cozy guest experience. How many do you think you'll need?
I'm not sure, maybe 3 or 4 would be good. What do you think?
3 or 4 should do the trick. That way your guests can prop themselves up or get extra support.
Awesome, I'll grab a few extra pillows then. Anything else you think I should add to the guest room?
Maybe a soft throw blanket or two. That way guests can curl up and relax.
Great idea. I'll make sure to get a nice cozy blanket as well. Thanks for the tips. I want my guests to feel right at home.
No problem, John. I'm sure with those extra pillows and a soft blanket, your guests will be sleeping like babies.
Wonderful, I appreciate you taking the time to help me out. I'll let you know how it turns out.
Lesson 14, Walmart's Influence.
Hey Anna, did you hear about that company that got bought by Walmart?
You mean how Walmart's dominance ends up affecting the companies they work with?
Exactly. It's crazy how Walmart's size and power can basically make a company one of their own employees.
I know, it's wild. Any company that relies too heavily on Walmart tends to get swallowed up in their operations.
Right? It's like Walmart becomes this all-powerful entity that controls so much of the market.
Definitely. It's a double-edged sword. Walmart provides huge opportunities, but also a lot of control over those companies.
Absolutely. It makes me wonder how much influence Walmart really has over the entire retail landscape.
It's a bit concerning, to be honest. One company shouldn't be able to dominate an industry that much.
I agree. It will be interesting to see how it all plays out in the long run. Walmart's reach just keeps expanding.
Lesson 15, Preserving Ireland's Heritage.
Hey Anna, did you know that Ireland's remoteness actually helped preserve a lot of its cultural heritage?
That's really fascinating, John. I didn't realize Ireland's isolation played such a big role.
Yeah, apparently the fact that it was harder to reach and conquer Ireland meant a lot of the Christian and classical traditions survived there.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense. Ireland's geographic separation must have shielded it from some of the cultural upheaval happening elsewhere.
Exactly. While the rest of Europe was going through major changes, Ireland was able to hold on to a lot of its ancient knowledge and practices.
That's really remarkable. It just goes to show how much a country's location can impact its history and development.
Absolutely. Ireland's remoteness ended up being a blessing in disguise when it came to preserving its rich cultural heritage.
I can see why that would be such an interesting part of Ireland's history. It's amazing how geography can shape a nation's destiny like that.
For sure. It really illustrates how interconnected geography, history, and culture can be. Ireland's isolation was key to safeguarding its traditions.
Lesson 16: Starting a meditation practice.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking about trying meditation. Do you have any tips for getting started?
That's great, John. Meditation can be really beneficial. I'd recommend starting with just 5 minutes a day.
5 minutes, huh? That doesn't seem too daunting. Do you think that's enough to start seeing some effects?
Definitely. Even just 5 minutes a day can help train your mind to be more focused and calm. You can gradually increase the time as you get more comfortable.
Okay, that makes sense. I want to make sure I don't bite off more than I can chew at first.
Exactly. It's better to start small and be consistent than to try an hour-long session right away and get frustrated.
Good point. And should I try to meditate at the same time each day, or is it okay to be more flexible?
Either approach can work. Some people find it helpful to make it a routine, like meditating first thing in the morning. But you can also be more spontaneous with it.
Alright, I'll have to experiment and see what works best for my schedule. Thanks for the advice. I'm excited to give meditation a try.
Lesson 17: Proposal Presentations.
I don't want to ramble on and lose the audience's attention. Setting time limits is a smart idea.
Exactly. That way you can ensure you cover all the key points without going over. It also helps keep the discussion focused.
Got it. And should I present my proposals first, or should I let the client go first?
That's a good question. I'd suggest letting the client present their ideas first. That way you can tailor your proposals to address their specific needs.
Makes sense. I don't want to go in blind and miss something important. Hearing their proposals first is the way to go.
Definitely. It allows you to be more responsive and show how your solutions align with their requirements.
Excellent, I'll make sure to let them go first. Any other tips to make the presentation really shine?
Just be confident, make eye contact, and use visuals effectively. And of course, leave time for questions and discussion at the end.
Wonderful, thanks so much, Anna. I feel much more prepared now for this big client meeting.
Lesson 18, The Government Debate.
Hey Anna, do you think the government is the problem or the solution when it comes to the issues we face as a society?
That's an interesting question, John. I think it's a complex issue without a simple answer. The government can play both a positive and negative role.
You're right, it's not black and white. The government can be inefficient and overreach at times, but it also provides important services and regulations that protect us.
Exactly. I believe we the people should be more involved and hold the government accountable, rather than just blaming them for everything.
Good point. We need to take responsibility as citizens and work together to find solutions, not just complain.
I agree. At the end of the day, we are all in this together and need to find a balanced approach to the role of government.
You're absolutely right. It's about finding the right balance and working collaboratively to make positive change.
Definitely. This is an important issue that deserves thoughtful discussion from multiple perspectives.
I'm glad we could have this insightful conversation about it. There's a lot more we could unpack, but I think we've covered some key points.
Lesson 19, New Music Discoveries.
Hey Anna, I wanted to tell you about some great new music I've been listening to.
Oh, do tell. I'm always on the lookout for new artists and albums to check out.
Well, I just picked up a few new CDs that I'm really digging. One is by this indie folk band I discovered.
Ooh, indie folk sounds right up my alley. What's the name of the band?
It's called The Willow Tree. Their sound is really soothing and melodic.
The Willow Tree, got it. I'll have to look them up. What else have you been listening to?
I also found this awesome electronic artist. Her name is Sasha Bloom and her new album is so creative and unique.
Sasha Bloom, electronic, that's definitely outside my normal music taste. What do you like about her sound?
The production is just incredible, with all these cool synth textures and glitchy beats. It's really captivating.
Lesson 20, Innocent Until Proven Guilty.
Hey Anna, did you hear about that new police policy they're trying to implement?
No, what's going on with the police? I haven't seen much news about that lately.
Apparently, they want to be able to search anyone they suspect of a crime, without having to prove probable cause.
That's concerning. Isn't the principle of innocent until proven guilty a fundamental part of our justice system?
Exactly. This policy goes against that core principle. They're basically saying they can detain and search anyone they want, even without evidence.
That's a dangerous precedent to set. It opens the door to abuse of power and violates our civil liberties.
I agree completely. The police should have to demonstrate reasonable suspicion before they can search someone.
Absolutely. This policy, if implemented, would be a major overreach and undermine the rights of citizens.
I hope there's enough public outcry to stop it from going through. We can't let the police start acting like everyone is a criminal.
Lesson 21: The Global Balance of Power.
Hey Anna, have you been following the news about the geopolitical tensions lately?
Yeah, it's been a bit concerning to see how the balance of power seems to be shifting globally.
Definitely. It's a bit scary to think about how fragile global stability can be, especially with the threat of nuclear weapons.
I know, it's a terrifying thought. Even smaller countries can now have the capability to devastate the world.
That's true. It used to be that only the major superpowers had that kind of destructive power.
Exactly. Now it feels like any rogue nation or terrorist group could potentially cause catastrophic damage.
Absolutely. And the big powers seem more willing to flex their muscles and try to impose their will on others.
It's a really delicate situation. We need strong diplomacy and cooperation to maintain some semblance of global order.
Definitely. The alternative is a world that's constantly on the brink of all-out conflict. That's not a future I want to see.
Lesson 22: Achieving Career Goals.
Hey Anna, I wanted to get your thoughts on career development strategies.
Oh, that's a great topic. I'm always eager to discuss ways to excel in our careers.
Same here. I feel like I've been plateauing a bit lately and I'm looking to take my performance to the next level.
I can relate to that. What specific areas do you think you need to focus on improving?
Well, I've been working on honing my negotiation skills, especially when it comes to things like raises and promotions.
That's a really important one. Being able to effectively advocate for yourself is crucial for career advancement.
Exactly. And I've also been trying to get better at using tools like Excel to streamline my workflow and boost my productivity.
Excel is such a powerful program. Mastering it can be a game changer in so many roles.
Definitely. I feel like those two areas, negotiation and technical skills, are key to unlocking new opportunities.
Lesson 23: Beer Commercials and Swedish Bikini Teams.
Hey Anna, did you catch the new beer commercial with the Swedish bikini team? It was quite something.
Hello, John. Yes, I saw it. Those commercials are always so over the top, don't you think?
Definitely. They really know how to grab your attention. Although sometimes I wonder if they go a bit too far.
I agree. While they're eye-catching, the objectification can be a bit much. Do you think they're effective at actually selling the beer?
Good point. I'm not sure they always translate to increased sales. It's probably more about creating a certain brand image and appeal.
Exactly. It's more about the entertainment factor and generating buzz than actually convincing people to buy the beer.
Yep, it's all about the spectacle these days. Though I do have to admit, those bikini clad women are pretty captivating.
John, you're supposed to be looking at the product, not the models. But I suppose a little eye candy doesn't hurt their marketing strategy.
Ha, you got me. But you have to admit, it's an effective tactic, even if it is a bit shallow.
Lesson 24: Scoring goals in hockey.
Hey Anna, did you catch the big hockey game last night?
No, I missed it unfortunately. How did the game go?
It was a nail biter. The game came down to the final seconds and the player had to make a perfect shot to score the winning goal.
Wow, that sounds intense. What does a player have to do to score a goal in hockey?
Well, to score, the player has to shoot the puck into the net of the opposing team. It takes a lot of skill and precision to get the puck past the goalie.
I see. So it's not just about getting the puck down the ice, but making that final shot count.
Exactly. The ice surface is slippery, so the player has to be able to maintain control of the puck and then take the perfect shot.
That must require a lot of practice and coordination. I can see why scoring a goal is such an exciting moment in a hockey game.
Definitely. Those last second goals can really turn the tide of the whole game. The crowd goes wild when a player manages to find the back of the net.
Lesson 25: Bike commuting in the city.
Morning. How was your commute to work today?
Hey John, it was alright. My bike ride is about 20 minutes each way.
Ah, nice. Do you encounter any interesting sights or situations during your bike commute?
Definitely. There's always something going on in the city. Just the other day, I saw a guy riding his bike with a pet parrot on his shoulder.
No way, that's wild. I bet that was a fun sight to see during your ride.
It was. I also sometimes see people walking their dogs or pushing baby strollers on the bike paths. Lots of activity in the mornings.
I bet it keeps you on your toes, having to navigate around all those obstacles on your commute.
It does, but I actually enjoy the energy of it all. Keeps me alert and makes the ride go by quickly.
That's a great attitude. I drive to work and it's just the same boring route every day. Your bike commute sounds much more entertaining.
Lesson 26: Flight delays and inconveniences.
Hey Anna, did you hear about our flight being delayed again?
I know, it's so frustrating. I can't believe this is happening.
Tell me about it. This is the third time our flight has been delayed this month.
Ugh, I was really hoping to get to our destination on time. Now we're going to be stuck at the airport for who knows how long.
Yeah, it's such an inconvenience. I was really looking forward to our trip too.
Me too. At least we can try to make the best of it and maybe grab a bite to eat or something while we wait.
That's true. Might as well make the most of it since we don't have much choice in the matter.
Exactly. No use getting worked up about it. These things happen sometimes with air travel.
You're right. I just wish the airlines would do a better job of communicating delays and keeping us informed.
Lesson 27, Beach Vacation.
Hello, Anna, have you found a swimsuit for our beach vacation?
Morning, John. Yes, I did. I found the perfect one at the mall last weekend.
Great, I'm so excited to hit the beach. Have you planned any fun activities for us?
Definitely. I was thinking we could go snorkeling, build sandcastles, and have a picnic lunch.
Sounds amazing. I can't wait to try the local seafood. Are you bringing your camera?
Of course. I want to capture all the beautiful sights. Maybe we'll even see some dolphins.
That would be incredible. I hope the weather cooperates and we get plenty of sunshine.
Me too. I heard it's supposed to be perfect beach weather all week.
Wonderful. This vacation is going to be so much fun.
Lesson 28, The Thrill Ride.
Hey Anna, did you hear about the new roller coaster that just opened at the amusement park?
No, I haven't. What's it like?
It's incredible. The big loop is my favorite part. The adrenaline rush is unreal.
Wow, that sounds amazing. I love roller coasters, but I haven't been on one in ages.
You should definitely check it out. It's a total game changer.
I'll have to see if I can fit it into my schedule. When are you going again?
I'm planning to go this weekend. You should join me, it'll be a blast.
Let me see if I can clear my calendar. That would be so much fun.
Great, just let me know. I can't wait to share the experience with you.
Lesson 29, Vacation Planning.
Hey Anna, have you started planning your summer vacation yet?
Not really, we're still trying to figure out the details. When are you leaving?
We haven't decided yet, but we're probably going to go in July.
That will be so much fun. Any idea where you're going?
We're thinking about a road trip, maybe down the coast. Haven't quite settled on the destination yet.
Sounds like an adventure. I'm sure you'll have a great time, wherever you end up.
Yeah, we're just looking forward to getting away and seeing some new places.
Well, let me know if you need any recommendations once you've finalized your plans.
Absolutely, I'll keep you posted. Maybe we can even plan a trip together sometime.
Lesson 30: The Gaming Revolution.
Hey Anna, did you see the latest news about the gaming industry?
No, what's going on?
The new virtual reality technology has really revolutionized the gaming experience.
Wow, I can only imagine how immersive that must be. It's really taking things to a whole new level.
Definitely, you feel like you're actually inside the game. It's a game changer.
I bet, it must be incredible. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm really curious to experience it.
You should definitely give it a try. It's bound to change the way we think about gaming.
I'll have to look into it. It sounds like a lot of fun, and a really exciting new technology.
Absolutely, it's the future of gaming. I can't wait to see what they come up with next.
Lesson 31: The End of Grade 13.
Hey Anna, did you hear about the changes to the education system?
No, what's happening?
By 2023, the Grade 13 program is being completely abandoned.
Wow, that's a significant shift. I wonder how that will impact students.
Well, the idea is to streamline the high school experience and get students into post secondary education faster.
I see, so they're trying to optimize the system. That could be beneficial, but I imagine it will take some adjusting.
Definitely, it's a big change. But the hope is that it will lead to better outcomes for students.
That makes sense. It will be interesting to see how it plays out in the coming years.
Absolutely, it's a significant development in the education landscape.
Lesson 32: The Thrill of a Challenge.
Hey Anna, have you been to the new adventure park yet?
No, I haven't. What's it like?
It's amazing. The obstacle courses and rock climbing walls are so much fun.
That sounds really exciting. I love a good physical challenge.
Exactly, it's definitely worth the effort. The sense of accomplishment is so rewarding.
I can imagine. It must be a great way to push yourself and have some adventure.
Absolutely, it's challenging but really fulfilling. You should join me there sometime.
That's a great idea. I'd love to try something new and get the adrenaline pumping.
Awesome, we'll have to plan a trip. I guarantee you'll have an amazing time.
Lesson 33: 33 : 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33 . 33
Hey Anna, do you know what the current exchange rate is for USD to euros?
No, I don't. Let me check online quickly. It looks like $1 is equal to about 0.91 euros today.
Wow, the dollar is pretty strong against the euro right now. That's good for us when traveling to Europe.
Yeah, it makes everything more affordable. Though the exchange rate can fluctuate a lot.
True, we'll have to keep an eye on it if we're planning a trip soon. Currency exchange can really impact your budget.
Definitely. It's always smart to check the rates before booking anything. You don't want any unexpected costs.
Exactly. I'm glad we looked into this, it's good information to have, even if we're not traveling right now.
Absolutely. Understanding exchange rates is so important, whether you're traveling or not. It affects so many financial decisions.
You're right. I appreciate you looking that up for me. It's helpful to stay informed about the global economy.
Lesson 34, Personal Style.
Hey Anna, I noticed you've been wearing some really stylish outfits lately. Your personal style is so inspiring.
Thanks, John. I've been trying to experiment more with fashion and find pieces that reflect my personality.
It really shows. The way you put together different textures and colors is so eye-catching.
I'm glad you think so. I find fashion to be a great form of self-expression. It can give you a fresh perspective.
Definitely. Your outfits always give me new ideas about how to approach my own wardrobe.
That's so kind of you to say. Personal style is so individual, it's cool that you're open to trying new things.
Absolutely. I think being open-minded about fashion is important. There's no one-size-fits-all approach.
Exactly. It's all about finding what makes you feel confident and comfortable. That's the best way to develop your own unique style.
Well, you're definitely killing it in that department. Keep rocking those amazing looks.
Lesson 35, Grocery Shopping.
Hey Anna, I need to run to the grocery store. Do you need anything while I'm there?
Oh, that would be great. I was just about to head out myself. I need to pick up some veggies, maybe some carrots, tomatoes, and broccoli.
Perfect, I can grab those for you. Anything else on your list?
I could use a few other things too. Some eggs, bread, and maybe some fruit like apples or bananas.
Got it, I'll make sure to pick all that up. Is there a particular brand or type you prefer for any of those items?
For the bread, I like the whole wheat kind. And I try to get organic produce when I can, but regular is fine too.
Okay, sounds good. I'll keep an eye out for the healthier options. Anything else I should grab for you?
I think that covers the essentials. Thanks so much, John. Let me know the total and I can pay you back.
No need, I'm happy to get these for you. Consider it a favor between friends.